Wassup YouTube, PokePrimer here, primed and ready to deliver you our team building session for week 2 of the NPBA here on the channel. Last week we came out with a very dominant victory over the New England Dragonites and our good buddy Ronnie. So this week we are taking on our other good friend Damien, who is the coach of the Woodstock Magnetons. Now, his team is very, very threatening. His team is very, very threatening. I have it right here on my notebook. His team is very, very, very threatening. Very, very good team. So it's going to be really, really hard to beat him. But his team includes Mega Medicham, Mew, Clefable, Zapdos, Blissey, Jellicent, Amoonguss, Cacturn, Klinklang, Dusclops, Chatot, and Bisharp. So really, really, really good team he had built here. A couple of things to notice. He has 4 Mons weak to fighting, 4 Mons weak to ice, and 4 Mons weak to fire. Other than that, not too many glaring weaknesses except 3 Mons weak to dark and 4 Mons weak to ghost. Yeah, he's got a couple of glaring weaknesses on his team, nothing too serious. He has a defogger in Zapdos. He's got a lot of bulk. He's got a potential defogger in Mew as well. He's got a very decent core. He almost had a decent core with Amoonguss and Jellicent. They can be paired really, really well together. My only issue with this team is he doesn't have a fire type to complete the fire water grass core. But at the end of the day, what can you do? But so today we're going to be discussing what the Mons are that I'm going to be bringing against this squad. And as you know, when I build the team, I try to incorporate a team that can handle any combination that he might bring against me. So, for example, if he brings Mega Medicham, Mew, Clefable, Zapdos, Blissey, and Jellicent, I can be able to handle that. If he brings Amoonguss, Cacturn, Klinklang, Dusclops, Chatot, Bisharp, we can handle it, stuff like that. So, without further ado, this is the squad that I came up with here. It's kind of interesting squad. It's a very, very interesting squad, but it's a good one at that. First off, we're going to be heading out the team with our team captain, Gajeel, the Mega Aggron here. We're rocking an Adamant Nature, 252 attack, 4 into defense, 168 HP, and 84 in speed. Those 84 speed EVs are very important. Very important because they allow us to outspeed any of his non-invested base 60s and below. If he doesn't invest speed in them and gets a neutral speed nature, doesn't affect it at all, we will outspeed everything from Clefable, Jellicent, I think that's all of his base 60s actually. Yeah, Clefable and Jellicent are his base 60s. So anything that's that speed and slower, we can outspeed and hit pretty hard. The main goal here was to outspeed min speed Clefable, because Clefable is a problem. We saw in the PFCFL that Ray was able to basically just sit his Clefable in front of us when we faced the Seattle Skarmories and literally tear through us. My hair is just all over the place right now. But so we wanted to be able to handle that thing. We're rocking a moveset of Heavy Slam, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, or Power Up Punch, and Thunder Wave. This moveset kind of came about mainly because Heavy Slam, I wanted to make sure we had Heavy Slam first of all. We need to be able to OHKO Clefable, and with an Adamant Max Attack Heavy Slam, we can OHKO even a Max bold Clefable. So that's guaranteed right there, and we outspeed it. So he won't be able to hack us with like a Thunder Wave or something like that. He won't even be able to hit us. We can actually like switch in on Clefable very, very easily. We can completely switch in on it 100% of the time. No move it can throw off, even if it's a +1 or +2 flamethrower, isn't going to do all that much to Gajeel. So we're pretty good in that regard. Ice Punch is there specifically for the more so for the Zapdos, so we have something that can hit it super effectively. It's also there because Amoonguss could pretty much wall us if we didn't, and so they're also for Cacturn, because Cacturn's just a mon that I want to hit hard, and Chatot as well, because Chatot's annoying. I don't like Chatot, so I want to hit it super effectively. Power-Up Punch is there because the Bisharp's a thing, and if I can hit Bisharp with a Power-Up Punch, pretty much almost KOs it. I'm pretty sure it has a really, really good chance of KOing it, and that's really nice. Also, that'll give us +1, and then we're bulky enough to pretty much just sit in front of just about any mon on his team, and at +1, we can pretty much sweep his team if we can get that situation off. Thunder Wave is there because anything that's faster than us that'll try to switch in on us, we can just go for Thunder Wave and it's immediately slowed down. I mean, he does have Cleric potential with Clefable. Well, he has Cleric potential with Clefable, but that puts it at risk of Gajiel coming in and taking it out. And then I can just, once it's dead, I can just fire Thunder Waves off freely. He also has Cleric potential in Mew, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think he's going to bring a Cleric Mew in this matchup. I think, if anything, he's going to have to bring more of an offensive Mew to kind of try to counteract my Mega Aggron, if he does bring the Mew at all. So there's that potential. So really, really, really nice Mega Aggron set here. The next mon we have is going to be Jawan, our Arcanine, rocking an Assault Vest with Intimidate. With a Quiet Nature, actually. We're going to we're still physical, but slightly less. It's a really confusing set, the way I built it, but it makes sense. We have 248 HP, so we have extra Stealth Rock switching, so we have an odd number of HP. 12 into attack, just for to bolster our physical moves. 204 into special attack with a Quiet Nature, and then 44 into speed. That 44 in speed is important because what does that allow us to outspeed? What did that allow us to outspeed? Let me look at this again. It allows us to outspeed if, for example, his Mew or his Zapdos are running a nature that lowers their speed. We will outspeed them if they're not speed invested. We speed creep that because that's pretty much all I really wanted to speed creep. If they're invested at all in any way, they'll outspeed us, but that's not a big deal. We'll still outspeed at that point. We'll outspeed everything else. If it's not speed invested, if it's not max speed, we'll outspeed pretty much everything else. So there's that. Flamethrower with this spread, OHKOs or 2-hit KOs pretty much everyone that it's super effective against. It OHKOs Cacturne, OHKOs Klinklang, OHKOs Bisharp, and 2-hit KOs the Amoonguss, which is really, really good. Amoonguss can't switch in on me at all. It would have to switch in and then switch right back out. We have Wild Charge for the Jellicent if it wants to try and switch into me. I don't believe it's going to be. I believe it'll probably be physically defensive, so it won't do all that much, but it's still super effective damage. It's the most damaging move I have for it on this mon, so that's kind of important. We have Iron Head here for the Clefable, just for chip damage, and this thing switches in to the Clefable perfectly. 100% of the time it can just switch into Clefable and eat any hit because we're with the Assault Vest. Moonblast, even though since it's resisted, will pretty much do just about nothing. Just about nothing pretty much, so there's that. That's that. And then Extreme Speed is there just for just about anything else. We can pick things off with an extra priority and get off chip damage if something has a priority move that wants to take us out. If we get low, we can get off some more chip damage with Extreme Speed. The next mon we're bringing, we're bringing a lot of bulky mons this week, so it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how it works. The next one we're bringing is Pump King, the King of Ghosts, the Gourgeist. Holding the leftovers with the Frisk ability, I want to kind of try and figure out his sets as fast as possible. Rocking moves of Shadow Sneak, Seed Bomb, Will-O-Wisp, and Leech Seed. Very, very standard Gourgeist. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leech Seed, I can pretty much spam. The only things that aren't affected by it are Cacturne and Amoonguss, and again, I can handle those with something else. Will-O-Wisp is there to just spam because nothing on his team is immune to Will-O-Wisp at all. So if he tries to switch something in on me, it's going to get burned easily 100% of the time. Seed Bomb is there for the Jellicent, more or less, literally just for the Jellicent, because Shadow Sneak doesn't do all that much to it. So I needed some backup, so if he decides to, if I Shadow Sneak, a combination of Shadow Sneak and Shadow Sneak and Seed Bomb have a chance of KOing it after rocks, so that's a good thing to have. I mean, you could try to recover stall me, but at the end of the day, I would probably win that war, because Seed Bomb's doing 53 to 60 some percent every single time to a Jellicent, so we'd be pretty much good to go there. The Shadow Sneak's also there, so I can hit the Mega Medicham on its physical side, which it's not very, very good defensively on the physical side, so that's really, really nice to have. And it'll also hit the Mew and the Dusclops. Dusclops, the other Mon, yeah. Dusclops we're going to have to find alternate ways to handle because it's just annoying. It's just annoying because it just sits there. So we're going to have to find alternate ways of dealing with it. Probably statusing it or something. Try to get it knocked off as soon as possible, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Next up, we have Sally or Gastrodon. And Sally here is built specifically to kill. Now, I know Damien likes special Cacturn a bit, so if he brings Cacturn, it just may be special. Based upon his team comp, I'll have to determine that. If it's not special, that's a problem. But if he brings Amoonguss, which I really think he's going to bring Amoonguss, I really think he will, this thing beats Amoonguss because we have the Rindo Berry. So, say Amoonguss, we'll put up Gastrodon, Special Wall, for Calm Nature, 252, 248, Instamoonguss. A Giga Drain will do 54 to 65% if we're max def without what? What? Hold on. Let's go. Okay, so either way, so if he brings special Cacturn, this is more useful now that I think about it. Yeah, if he brings special Cacturn, this will be more useful, but I don't think he's gonna bring. I don't know. It's there. It's there. It's a thing. If we can determine whether his Cacturn's physical or special or not, it'd be fantastic early on. But if it's not special, then we kind of have a problem. But let's count this. Let's Amoonguss, back to being Amoonguss. Giga Drain does 27 to 32%. So Mirror Coat really wouldn't be a good idea. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we don't need the Rindo Berry, so I can actually just put on the leftovers. Yeah, I'm just going to put on the leftovers. This is my Amoonguss counter. If he doesn't bring Amoonguss, I'm going to be pissed, because I just changed that now. But this is my Amoonguss counter. Basically, this thing just can sit in front of Amoonguss, take a Giga Drain perfectly fine, and Mirror Coat it. Mirror Coat that bitch. And then Amoonguss is gone. Plain and simple. Amoonguss is just dead, and that's it. GG. Amoonguss is gone. That's a huge wall gone. He won't have a chance to regenerate. Because if he does over 50% to me, then I can do well over 100% to him. So, because our HP, I think our HP stats are pretty much the same. I have a visitor. I have a friend. My friend Rachel has just visited me. And now she's on my webcam. Hi Rachel. Hi Rachel.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Just recording. So anyway, Mirror Coat's going to completely counter the Amoonguss, eat the Giga Drain, and then kill it off. Earth Power is there for the Bisharp and the... What's the other mon it was there for? I'm pretty sure the Klinklang. Klinklang has more physical bulk, so I decided to run Earth Power instead of Earthquake. Really is all dependent upon what I need. And then I didn't need to run Scald this week. I didn't need to run the Water-type Stab. So I decided just to bring Sludge Wave. so I can have something else that can hit the Clefable super effectively. And it'll also give me another way of hitting the Cacturne switch-in if it decides to. If he brings it, I can go safely for a Sludge Wave, and it would come in and then just take a Sludge Wave and then probably die. And if not die, then we can Protect and Scout and see what he's going to go for. But, so there's that. And then, yeah, obviously we have Protect. Protect is there because he has a Mega Medicham, and he needs to bring High Jump Kick for my Mega Aggron. So if I can get into a situation where it's Mega Medicham versus Gastrodon, he's going to probably know in his head that he has to go for a High Jump Kick so that he can take out my Gastrodon. Well, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So, yeah, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'll go for the Protect and then watch as half of his HP just disappears, which would be kind of funny. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Also, having Storm Drain as the ability allows us to counter Jellicent very nicely. We can switch into its Scalds very safely, and potentially even get a power and get that power boost off of it, and then cause some massive damage back to him. So that's going to be our Gastrodon. Next up, we're going to have Good Kush the Weezing also making his debut, and he's also running an Assault Vest. Now, the reason I ran Assault Vest is because Clefables can potentially run Psychic, and we can live Psyshock from... Now, let me calculate. Weezing. Let's just go defensive. Take the defensive investment away. Make you Modest. Assault Vest. Let's put a 4 into both of these. That 4 into speed is specifically so we can outspeed Clefable. Max that out. That should be, I think that's correct for the spread, yeah. So let's look at this. Let's put Mew. Give it Psyshock. Psyshock only does half. Only does half, and that's if it's not invested. If it's max special attack, even if it's modest, it's only doing 61 to 72%. So that's pretty good. And we actually have the Shadow Ball on there, so we can hit that thing back kind of hard. We also have, well, actually, let's switch up the investment. Not max HP, not max SPDF. What do we do with the Sludge Ball? Well, Shadow Ball, 42 to 50. That's pretty good. So there's that. Clefable. Clefable has Psychic. It only does 33 to 39% to us, and a Sludge Bomb will do over half, so it can't recover stall us. So that's kind of cool. And then the last mon I was worried about is Mega Medicham. Zen Headbutt can take us out. It's kind of annoying, but it would have to switch into me, and it's not going to take a Sludge Bomb or a Shadow Ball nicely. So that's a thing. And I don't think he would switch a Mega Medicham into me because since Weezing is typically physically defensive, it wouldn't normally do all that much. It would live just about any hit a Mega Medicham could throw at it. So that's kind of that. But moveset, we have Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Flamethrower. Pretty much perfect coverage for his team. The Sludge Bomb will decimate the Cacturne, and as you saw, it 2 KOs the Clefable. Thunderbolt is there because he has a Jellicent, and that thing's annoying. He also has a Chatot, and that thing's also annoying. The Assault Vest allows us to hard counter both of those and hit them with Thunderbolts. Shadow Ball is there as an alternative for Jellicent, but it also allows us to hit Mega Medicham, Mew, and Dusclops super effectively. And the Flamethrower is also there for the Bisharp and another alternative way of hitting Cacturne. Also Clink Clang as well. We can pretty much wall Clink Clang. It still can't do shit to us, and then we can hit a Moongus with it as well. The last mon we're bringing this week is T-Pain. T-Pain, the Lando T, holding a Yachi Berry. Now, the reason I'm deciding to go Yachi Berry here is because you can run Ice Punch on Mega Medicham, you can run Ice Beam on Mew, you can run Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure, on Clefable, HP Ice on just about anything. Ice Beams and HP Ices everywhere if he wants to. But I can live it. I'm guaranteed get my Stealth Rocks. This is probably going to be my lead in the matchup because I know for a fact he can't one-shot me with whatever he leads, and I can get my rocks up. The rocks allow me to get clutch Okos on things after rocks damage, and as long as I can keep his defoggers checked and handled, I can take care of business. If he does bring a Zapdos and goes for a more bulky set, we have 180 speed EVs, which allows us to speed creep the Bisharp. We outspeed the Bisharp by 1 point. We have max attack with an adamant nature, 4 and 2 SPDF, and 72 HP. Those two EV setups right there, the HP and the SPDF, are there to help us tank Ice Beams and HP Ices a little better. We have Stealth Rocks, obviously. We want to get those Stealth Rocks up as fast as possible. Earthquake is there because since we outspeed the Bisharp, we might as well kill it right off the bat, and we can do that with an Earthquake. Knockoff is there so that we can get the Eviolite off of Dusclops. We can mess with Mew. We can mess with Jellicent. We can just fuck with everyone on his team. It's really, really good to have. And the Rockslide is there because one of his main potential defoggers is Zapdos. And let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look and see what we can do here. Let's go Landorus. Oh, my caps lock on Landorus. T. Let's go Adamant. Rock Slide. Rock Slide. You know, I am going to change it to Stone Edge. I'm going to change it to Stone Edge now because Stone Edge is a guaranteed 2-hit KO where Rock Slide is not. And even though Rock Slide has a chance to flinch, that's if he's not faster than us. If he speed creeps us or what, he can outspeed us, and then that's a problem. So I'm going to run Stone Edge so we can guarantee the 2-hit KO. Even on a physically defensive spread of Zapdos, we can guarantee a 2-hit KO with the Stone Edge. So I'll put Stone Edge back on there. We're not running U-Turn because I didn't feel like Volt Turn was necessary this week. That's why I didn't bring Loxus, the Raikou, at all either. Let's see what this does to a let's see what it does to a specially defensive spread. Does 72 to 85, so actually has a chance to die after Stealth Rocks. Actually has a chance to die after Stealth Rocks. This is kind of nice. That's kind of decent. So there's that. Any other sets that they have here? Doubles Bulky Tailwind. We would kill that too. So there's that. So basically, this thing kind of hard counters potential Zapdos coming in and defogging. It can just kill it outright because it would probably, if he brought the Zapdos in, he would think that I wouldn't stay in because I would be fearing the HP Ice because it's typically run on Zapdos. I mean, almost every set I just checked out here on Smogon had HP Ice on it. So that's kind of a thing. So you can potentially feel safe about going for the defog when at that time I can just go for Stone Edge, kill it off, and then proceed to get my rocks back up. But so that's it for that. That's our team builder. I literally will be battling Damien in probably like 2 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that set up. So until next time, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off.